Good morning, everyone. Today, Discovering Education for Basics channel is going to present a live class on Blake and Mouton's managerial grit. It is a leadership model or leadership style. All are welcome to attend this very important issue that is directly related with the leadership system, with the leadership mechanism, as well as this system will be implemented in the case of management operations. Discovering Education for Basics is a channel. This is your channel. This channel has some specific objective. The objective of educational development, objective to reduce the knowledge gap related to the curriculum of education. Basically, it is very important issue to design, to implement the concept of e-learning program. All are welcome. All are good morning. Once more, this is your channel. Today is a new topic is going to present by the Discovering Education for Basic channel. It is a topic collected or selected from the NTA syllabus of NET examination in education. Now, the owner of this channel, I am going to present or discuss the technical aspects, technical dimensions of this topic. All are request, listen the lecture, online lecture properly and ask your questions to clarify your queries or doubt. It is very technical class, therefore it is very important to you. Please focus on the technical dimensions. So we will discuss now the matter, the topic Blake and Mouton's managerial grit, a leadership model. At the very beginning, we are want to focus on the matter of leadership. What is leadership? Leadership is a technique. Leadership is a system. Leadership is a very important system to meet the goal or objectives by combining leader and followers. There are two fundamental components, human component. One is leader, another is follower. Combinedly, leader and followers are performing when to reach some predetermined objectives or goals. At that situation, there will create a system. That system is considered as leadership. Leader will lead. To whom? Leader will lead the followers. To lead the efforts of followers, to lead the thinking capacities or thinking abilities of followers, to lead them to fulfill the institutional objectives or goal, to fulfill their own objectives also. On the basis of effective interaction between leader and followers, a system will be formed. That system will be considered as leadership system. We know what is system? System is an interconnected mechanism in where all the subcomponents are related or interdependent to each other. All are performing to fulfill their own objectives, or all are performing to fulfill a common objectives. At that situation, those mechanism will be considered as system. Leadership is a system. Leadership is a institution. It is basically important to effective interaction between leader and function followers. Now we will focus on the other important parts. Now we will concentrate on the specific functions of a manager. Manager is a person who is responsible to maintain the fundamental principles or policies of management system. Manager will focus some technical dimensions or technical objectives. The first objectives or first action is to plan for meeting the institutional objectives. Management or the importance of management will be realized when there will be an institution. When an institution will perform, at that situation it will be established that there is a system, that is management. Manager is a responsible person. Manager is a fundamentally responsible person who perform the fundamental operations or activities of management system. At very beginning, manager will plan for meeting the institutional objectives. Manager will organize living or non-living resources. Those resources directly or indirectly will be related with the objective of institution. Institutional objectives will be maintained by proper implementation or proper utilization of resources, both human resources as well as non-human resources. Third fundamental function is to direct the institutional operations. It is very important to lead or to direct. To direct, the functions of direction is basically regulated by the manager to operate or to regulate the efforts or thinkings or the power of organization of all living resources or members of that institution. Similarly, it is important to utilize the non-living resources properly as per the requirement or as per the parameter of relevance. So, the fourth fundamental functions of a manager is to motivate the efforts of human resources. It is related to the operation of organization. Therefore, it is very important to motivate the human resources. It is important to control whole operations. The last and fundamental functions of a manager is to replan or redesign until the objectives of an institution will be fulfilled. The manager's functions is fundamental to establish the concept of management. Manager deals with institutional objectives, plan living resources and non-living resources. It will be non-living resources. Now we will discuss the topic that is very technical topic, Blake and Mouton's managerial grid. It is a fundamental approach to present the basics of leadership system or leadership style. We can find out some technical dimensions, technical aspects. See, there is a term, concern for people. See, in the horizontal line, concern for performance. Those are the both are fundamental parameter to conceptualize the basic aspects of leadership style. Concern for performance means the role of manager or role of followers or role of leader. It is basically highlighted or it is basically recognized by this term, concern for performance. This term have been used by Blake and Mouton in their managerial grid. This is a parameter, concern for performance. And concern for people. Concern for people means it is the importance to focus on the efforts or interconnectedness of all followers or all living resources who are available in the institution. There are two fundamental points in leadership system or leadership mechanism. One is leader and another is followers. Concern for people is related with the matter, the concerning about the followers. Concerning for performance means concerning about the production or outcome of institution. Concern of people is labeled or measured or indicates in 9-point scale, 1 to 9, low to high. Similarly, in this model, concern for performance has been highlighted from low to high on the basis of 9-point scale, 1 to 9. There are 5 points have been indicated in this syntax or in this grid. 1, 9 is a point. There is a point 5, 5. There is a point 9, 9. There is a point 9, 1, and there is the point 1, 1. There are 5 fundamental points. These fundamental points have been presented, have been highlighted by Blake and Mouton as the point of leadership style. A learner asks a question, is performance related to the organization results? Yes, it is very important. It is very fundamental. It is related with the organizational result. It is important to understand the actual meaning of organization before. Organization is a fundamental interconnectedness of human resources. When a lots of people are accumulated on the basis of some predetermined objectives or principles or policies, that system or that mechanism, that combination or collective form of human being will be considered as organization. There is a policy, that is good performance of an institution depends on the nature of organization. That means a lots of people will perform properly by the nature of organization. The nature of organization will regulate the performance of institution as well as the performance of the member of that institution. Therefore, it is important. another um, learner, one learner asked a question, sir, why use this name managerial grid? Please explain. Managerial grid, management, manager and managerial. There are three fundamental terms. Management is a process, manager is a person who will regulate the process. After implementing this process, a quality will develop, that is managerial. Grid, there is a box. What is grid? Grid is a term, technical term. You can see in the slide there is a box form, a rectangular box. In this box the points have been mentioned separately. This box or the form of this box or box form or rectangular form is technically known as grid. This box form has been used by Blake and Mouton, and therefore they conceptualized this term grid and wanted to focus on some fundamental parameters of a manager. That manager will maintain some policies. Those policies will explain after few seconds. Now we will focus on the other fundamental points of this model or leadership style. A learner questions, so I think concern of people related to interest of people. Am I right, sir? I think concern of people related to interest of people. It is related partially, but there is a fundamental concept. The interest of others as well as policies of institution, that policies will regulate the behavior of followers. Those system combinedly known as or indicated as the concern of people. The fundamental dimension or fundamental points we have mentioned the before grid. In this segment, before grid, we have find out some points: 1, 9, 9, 9, 5, 5, 9, 1, 1, 1. Those are highlighted by using some technical term. See, there are the technical term. These are the technical term. 9, 9 means team management or teamwork. 9, 1 is a authority compliance or authority obedience. 5, 5 middle of the road management or management, man management, organization, man management. 1, 9 means country club management. 1, 1 means improvist management. Those are the directly related with the leadership system also. These are the name. 1, 9 means team management or teamwork. 1, 1 authority compliance or authority obedience. Similarly, other names have been indicated by Blake and Mouton. These names are basically the styles of performance or styles to lead also. Therefore, these classifications is also related with the concept of styles of leadership. We can illustrate in other segments of this class. Blake and Mouton's managerial grid has been designed or has been conceptualized on the basis of 6 fundamental dimensions. We have found the styles of management like that: 9,9 team management or teamwork, 9,1 authority compliance and authority obedience, 5,5 middle of the road management. These names basically, or this classification, have been conducted on the basis of these 6 fundamental dimensions. The dimensions are: decisions is a dimension 1, conviction is a dimension 2, conflict is dimension 3, temper is dimension 4, humor is dimension 5, and effort is dimension 6. There are 6 fundamental dimensions. What is decisions? We can find out some points. Decision is an approach to select appropriate alternative from 2 or more than 2 alternatives. This is decision. To conceptualize this term decision, this line has been inculcated here. The second fundamental dimension is convictions. What is conviction? Conviction is nothing but is a belief, opinions, or views of whom? Beliefs of a leader or manager, beliefs of followers or other related stakeholders, opinions of followers, views of followers, or opinions of manager or leader. There are two fundamental terms: leader and followers. Belief, opinion, views of leaders and followers also have been highlighted in this grid or managerial leadership system classification advocated by Blake and Mouton. The third fundamental dimension is conflict. In some cases, in leadership system, in some cases we can find the situation of conflict. What is conflict? Conflict is a dilemma between 2 or more than 2 thoughts, opinions, beliefs, ideologies. That dilemma is considered as the conflict. Conflict is a fundamental parameter to classify the leadership styles by Blake and Mouton. Fourth fundamental dimension is temper. What is temper? Temper is actually conceptualized like that: anger or displeasure. This is emotional dimension. Emotional stability or instability are both commonly considered in this segment. Humor is the fifth fundamental dimension. Humor. What is humor? Funniness or comedy. Sometimes leader will maintain the principles of humor positively or negatively, and similarly followers will recognize such funniness or comedy effectively. It is basically depends on the concept of or consideration of the relationship or interaction between leader and followers. The next fundamental dimension of leadership is effort. What is effort? Effort is basically specified, implying energy on task. This is effort. So in previous slide we have found some class or style of leadership. We see 9,9 team management, 9,1 authority compliance, 5,5 middle of the road management or organization management, 1,9 country club management, 1,1 improvised management. These styles or this classification have been done on the basis of 6 fundamental dimensions. Those 6 fundamental dimensions are decisions, convictions, conflict, temper, humor, and effort. Now we will discuss technically the other segments or other points. It is my request to all the listener or all the learner, if you needs any further clarification, it is needed to ask after completing this lecture session. Next slide, we can find some of the technical aspects. This is the style. Now we can focus on the point 9,9. At very beginning, we have concentrated on the two fundamental dimensions, two fundamental parameters, concerns for people, concern for performance, in which parameters or which qualities will be reflected in the case of 9,9 leadership style or management style. Now we will focus on those points, 9,9 points, the points of 9,9 styles of leadership. Those points are 9,9 points. Blake and Mouton's explanation of 9,9. 9,9, this is name basically identifies the team management or teamwork. In this case, which types of activity will be regulated or will be done by the leader or manager? Leader will provide high value on sound on creative decisions, which from whom the decisions will be sound or creative decisions will be developed or generated by the followers. Leader will focus on the sound on creative decisions only, but he or she will avoid the other types of decisions or decision policies or decision mechanism. This is the dimension. In the case of team management or teamwork, which types of decision making policies will be required? The answer will, in the case of 9,9 team management or teamwork leadership style or management style, leader will provide high value only the sound on creative decisions. Those sound on creative decisions will be found from the followers. In the case of convictions or emotional opinions and values or views, in the case of this segment, leader will listen for and seek ideas, opinions and attitudes of others. Will provide some importance or emphasize the ideas and opinions and attitudes of others. The importance of ideas of others or opinions of others or attitudes of others will be emphasized by the leader in this type of leadership style. This dimension is the segment of conviction dimension. As per the conviction dimension also there is a point, leader will respond to sounder ideas. Sounder means the person or the follower who can carry forward the sound thoughts, sound ideas, sound opinions in respect to build an effective team management or teamwork, in respect to fulfill the institutional objectives also. Leader will respond to sounder ideas by changing on. In many cases, leader will change oneself also by focusing on the other's idea. He or she will have strong convictions. Convictions means the recognition of others' idea, opinions and attitude, also own elements to consider.